Hidden Valley is releasing new products that may just surprise you.
Students have known about mold in Eastway. Now there is a report of mold in a different residence hall. The student who said he had to go to the emergency room.
The latest on the stabbings in Las Vegas, the victims and their condition, and the suspect's motive.
And military exercises were conducted today by the U.S. and South Korea. All of these stories and more as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Friday evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us. I'm Anthony Furiga.
And I'm Sydney Brown.
Tonight we start with updates on mold in university residence halls.
Our reporter Jacob Brooks has more on one student experiencing mold exposure symptoms. Hi, Jacob.
Hi guys, this is the first case of mold exposure illness that we are aware of that has been diagnosed by a medical professional. In addition, it's not in the Eastway complex, it's in Olson Hall.
I honestly felt like I was dying. I've never been that sick before in my life.
Dom Crone says he started feeling sick early last week.
I was throwing up. I couldn't, my body was just gone. I could stay in my bed and go to class for 3 days.
Crone says he has mold in the vent in his room in Olson Hall. After he was sick for a few days, he went home and to an emergency room in the Youngstown area.
They gave me a COVID test. That came back negative. They did a strep throat test. That was negative. And I was telling them about the mold, and they said that was a possibility. And on these papers they gave me right here, it says diagnosis was mold exposure.
He says doctors also did blood work and took chest x-rays. They gave him antibiotics to take until he felt better. They also told him not to go back to his room until the mold was gone.
I felt way better when I was at home because there's no mold at my house.
Crone says he told the university about the mold on Wednesday, 2 days ago. He says he sent them an email request to clean the vent in his room and was told the vent would be clean within the next few days.
Told me not to come back until it's gone. But we still have the mold up there. We're waiting for them to come clean it.
He says he isn't happy with the university's response to the mold. He called it, quote, pathetic.
It's basically them just saying it's not their fault when it is their fault that there's mold in our dorms.
So far, the university has only acknowledged mold in Eastway. We reached out to ask about reports of mold in Olson. However, spokesperson Emily Vincent said the university is not aware of any reports of mold in Olson Hall. Crone says with the mold still in his dorm, he's headed home for the weekend.
The vent should have been cleaned before I came to Kent. If I'm paying all this money to come to college just to get sick.
Ann Vincent, the spokesperson from Kent State, said she will be checking with university facilities management about this mold report. We haven't heard back yet, but when we do, go to kentwire.com for continued updates. For TV2 News, I'm Jacob Brooks.
Thank you, Jacob. Rainbow Weekend kicks off today. The 7th annual Kent State Rainbow Run will be taking place tonight at 7 p.m. at the Risman Plaza. Other events include Main Street Kent's Bar Crawl and live entertainment in downtown Kent. The festivities will continue into Saturday, so be sure to check it out.
We're super proud to have a community that's welcoming and loving to all people. It really gives its businesses our opportunity to showcase themselves as affirming and open businesses, and then just our artists and performers the opportunity to perform and just.
A fire broke out around 1:30 p.m. today at Pavona's Pizza Joint in Akron. Akron and Fair Lawn fire departments responded to the call and confirmed that no one was injured in the blaze. No cause has been determined at this time. A 12-year-old boy died Thursday morning after a crash during a funeral procession in Akron. Gunshots were fired moments later. A 6-year-old boy was critically injured in the accident, and a 19-year-old boy was wounded from the gunshots. Akron Mayor Dan Horgan spoke about the incident, saying he was devastated and that people need to remain calm.
An anti-abortion group will be at the University of Akron on Tuesday. The group Created Equal is showing videos on a jumbotron of abortion victims. Their goal is to educate college-age students on the impact of abortion. But this event comes as Ohio is still deciding on abortion laws in the wake of Roe v. Wade's overturn in June. Created Equal has been traveling to multiple universities with this message.
Hello, all Portage County and Northeast Ohio. I hope you are enjoying this Friday evening. I'm TV2 weather anchor Odin Amador-Gorby with your Friday evening weather forecast. Currently in Kent right now, it is 48 degrees, feels cloudy out there. As we look around our area, we can see dew point at 38, southeast winds at 10 miles per hour, humidity at 61%, visibility at 10 miles. It is definitely a wonderful evening, to say the least. And as we look at our Northeast Ohio temperatures, we can clearly see right now 48 in Kent, 51 in Cleveland, Sandusky at 50, 48 in Mansfield, 49 in Worcester, 54 in Canton, 48 in Youngstown, 49 in Ashtabula. It is definitely a lot cooler out there. It's definitely a wonderful evening, to say the least. And as we look at your hour-by-hour forecast, we can clearly see that it's going to be cloudy skies all throughout the night. 7 p.m. it's going to be cloudy, 49 degrees. 9 o'clock it's going to be 47 degrees and cloudy. And 11 o'clock it'll be 45 degrees and cloudy. That's all I have for now, folks. In my next update, I'll be talking about a nice summer-like temperature feel for your next week. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. The block on Ohio's 6-week abortion ban is being reviewed by a judge in Hamilton County. Doctors spoke in front of Judge Christian Jenkins, arguing that abortion is health care and everyone has different opinions about when life begins. Jenkins has until October 12th to make a decision whether or not to extend the ban indefinitely. And if Jenkins does block the ban, the Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost is expected to appeal.
Ohio is taking care of first responders. Governor Mike DeWine announced that 13 local first responder agencies will split $1.7 million in wellness support, specifically for mental health. This grant is the third piece of the Ohio First Responder Recruitment, Retention, and Resilience Program. Governor DeWine explained that they are funding this program to help first responders take care of themselves so they can focus on taking care of others.
Shots were fired outside of Marion Franklin School that is outside of Columbus Thursday night. A football game was being held when the shots were fired, ending the game early and placing the area in lockdown. A vehicle was reported to be hit from the gunfire and shells were found away from the field. No victims were reported and everyone exited safely once police officers gave the all clear.
A member of the Proud Boys has pleaded guilty to his role in the January 6th insurrection.
And the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded between multiple human rights groups. More on the story after the break.
Are you tired of razor bumps and burn?
Too busy to shave every day?
Ditch the razor. Treat yourself to self-care that's smooth.
New Waxing Center, across from Ravina Walmart.
Less than 15 minutes from KSU.
Not ready to part ways with your hair?
Choose skincare with our custom facials and age-defying treatments.
Call to book a reservation
at Universe Luxury Waxing Center at 330-548-9570. 330-548-9570.
Welcome back. Joining us now is our reporter Joe Malbin with some news across our nation.
What can you tell us, Joe?
Good evening, Portage County. Here are your national headlines for this evening. A Pennsylvania teacher was reinstated to his job following a suspension. This suspension came after biology and anatomy teacher Darren Cusado refused to use a student's preferred pronouns, citing his religious beliefs. More than 400 people crammed into a South Side area school district auditorium to show their support for Cusado. Around 40 people spoke in support of his reinstatement. And 32-year-old Yanni Barrios was taken into custody by Las Vegas law enforcement when he was caught by foot chase. Yanni was arrested after being accused of stabbing 8 people outside a Las Vegas casino. 2 victims died, 3 are in critical condition, and 3 are in stable condition. There currently is no motive. However, during police questioning, Barrios allegedly confessed, admitting what he did was wrong. The suspect allegedly did not have an explanation, and it is assumed that he just snapped. Members of the far-right group, the Proud Boys, pleaded guilty to a charge of seditious conspiracy over his role in the January 6th Capitol raid. Seditious conspiracy is defined as 2 or more people plotting to overthrow a government by force. Jeremy Bertino was the first of the group to plead guilty to seditious conspiracy and could face up to 5 years in prison with a $200,000 fine. However, Bertino could reduce his sentence if he cooperates, and he could possibly be eligible for a witness security sentencing. And the New York Times reported that the United States Department of Justice informed lawyers for Donald Trump that they believe the president did not turn in all the documents that he was asked to turn in. The New York Times and others have been skeptical of the fact that Trump has been fully cooperative in the effort to recover the documents. Lawrence Tribe, a Harvard law professor, informs that the news seems like a big step in the indictment of the former president by the DOJ for obstruction of justice. Reporting on air for TV2, I'm Joe Malbin. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look at your statewide temperatures right now, and we could clearly see it is gorgeous out there. 50 degrees in Akron, 54 in Steubenville, Columbus at 54, Athens at 55, Lima at 51, Dayton at 53, and Cincinnati at 58 degrees. It is definitely a nice, chilly evening. Definitely feels like fall out there as people are heading out and about doing things all day long. And as we look across our statewide map, we're going to be seeing that warm temperatures from the Gulf of Mexico will be coming in through this week up until Tuesday. Tuesday will be when these warm temperatures will start to appear, which will give us highs up into 70. So it's going to definitely feel like summer out there. So definitely get rid of the fall outfits for the week because it's going to be t-shirts and shorts weather, everyone. And as we look at your 7-day outlook, we can clearly see that your Saturday will be partly cloudy skies, and then towards your Sunday will be sunny skies with highs in the 60s, and then towards the week ahead we'll be dealing with partly cloudy skies on your Monday. But then Tuesday the sun will come out for a brief day, and then towards Wednesday we'll be dealing with cloudy skies, and then we'll be dealing with rain showers on Thursday with partly cloudy skies towards your Friday. And that about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Please enjoy these nice weather days ahead. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Back to you guys at the news desk.
The U.S. and South Korea conducted naval drills today in response to North Korea firing ballistic missiles and flying warplanes on Thursday. These drills are aimed at bolstering defense capabilities and the readiness to respond to any provocations by North Korea. North Korea may also respond with more missile tests and is currently looking to expand its arsenal to scare the U.S. and its allies into recognizing them as a recognized nuclear state.
A mayor in Mexico was assassinated Wednesday. A gunman stormed San Miguel Totolanpan Town Hall, killing the mayor and at least 17 others. The attack is said to be from a criminal gang linked to a powerful drug cartel. The deaths of local officials is not uncommon, but the motive is still not clear. The gang released a video on social media shortly before the attack announcing their return to the area.
The Nobel Peace Prize was split between Belarus activist Ales Bialyatsky, Russia's human rights group Memorial, and Ukraine's Center for Civil Liberties. Bialyatsky founded a Belarus rights group Vyazna in 1996 and is currently detained without charge. The Russian group Memorial was founded to uncover the true scale of Joseph Stalin's repression of the Gulag camps. The group now focuses on more recent human rights abuses in Russia.
An Iranian teenager's death was kept a secret for 9 days. Iranian officials claim that 16-year-old Nika Shakarami fell from a tall building and are calling her death accidental. But the victim's mom disagrees. In addition to hiding her death, authorities took her body from the morgue against the family's wishes and buried her in a remote area. The forensic report detailed multiple blows to her head, while her arms and legs remained intact. This incident has caused protests to persist in Iran after the death of Mahsa Amini a few weeks ago.
A beloved gaming franchise is getting a movie. More on the story later.
The MLB Wildcard Weekend opened up in Cleveland today. The highlights of that game coming up when TV2 News returns.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Happy Friday, Kent State. I'm Blake Goloja with your TV2 Sports Report. MLB playoffs are in full swing with 4 games happening today, but first a look around Kent State athletics. The Golden Flashes soccer team traveled to Eastern Michigan on Thursday and knocked off the Eagles 4-2. Freshman Mary-Kate Lape and sophomore Elisa Arthur both tallied 2 goals for Kent State. This is the second straight game for Arthur with at least 1 goal and 1 assist. The Flashes improved to 3-1-1 in MAC play, while the Eagles fall to 1-3-1. Kent State is back in action this Sunday as they return home to Dick Stadium to take on Miami University. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. The Kent State football team will be also taking Miami this weekend in a key MAC matchup. The Flashes will be hunting for their first road win this season, but it won't be easy. Miami has won 15 straight at home, which is the conference's longest streak. The top-ranked Flashes run game will be facing off against the MAC's top run defense, as the Redhawks have allowed just 84 yards on the ground per game. Saturday's game will kick off at 3:30 p.m. and air on ESPN+, as well as the Kent State Radio Network. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at TV2 KSU Sports for updates throughout the game. And the Cleveland Guardians and Tampa Bay Rays opened up the wild card round at Progressive Field this afternoon. It's been 1,827 days since the Guardians have won a playoff game. They're looking to change that here. First time Owen Miller's got a chance to score, but Yandy Diaz has other options. A great double play there. Staying with the Tampa Bay Rays, Jose Siri tees off against Shane Bieber. 1-0 Rays. Bottom 6 though, Jose Ramirez is gonna answer as he launches one. Deep right center field, back, and gone. 2-1. Ahmed Rosario got the single before that, and they are hyped at Progressive Field. Shane Bieber threw an absolute gem today as Randy Arozarena swinging. Nothing there for him. And then it's going to be Ramirez. Slider again, nothing. 8 Ks for Shane Bieber throughout the day as he was immaculate. He couldn't get all the way through. Emmanuel Clase is going to get him to finish it off as he had a 4-out save here. Pops it up, Stephen Kwan, book it. Guardians win Game 1 of the Wild Card Series as they have one more to win it and move on to play the New York Yankees. That's it for sports. Make sure to follow our Twitter at TV2 KSU Sports for all Kent State updates. I've been Blake Goloja, and I hope all of you have a great weekend. Back to you guys at the desk.
An inside look at the newest extension of Nintendo's Mario game franchise, but this isn't a new game.
Movie news now, beginning with a long-awaited trailer that had fans practically breathing fire.
Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
More than 2 million people watched the live stream of the first teaser for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Chris Pratt and Jack Black lead the voice cast of the animated adventure, which bounces into theaters next April.
I do not like postmodernism, post-apocalyptic settings, postmortem narrators, or magic realism. I do not like children's books, especially those with orphans, and I prefer not to clutter my shelves with young adult.
Kunal Nair says he did like the storied life of A.J. Fikri because the title role was not written for an Indian actor.
There was no mention of someone's ethnicity. He was just a person in a small town who owned a bookstore. And again, you know, the way I sound, the way I look, some of those roles are very far and few between. So to have an opportunity to show that I can do something like that was also part of the impetus to play this character.
The storied life of A.J. Fikri is in theaters today.
Hey, look, if it get dark, you just ride it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Here's your first look at Jennifer Lawrence and Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway, about 2 people helping each other through trauma and grief. The drama debuts in select theaters and on Apple TV Plus November 4th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Hidden Valley Ranch has extended its brand. They are now selling home goods and furniture. Currently, you can buy a wallpaper design and a Sherpa blanket.
Coming soon is the release of their full home collection, including tablecloths, shower curtains, and couches, to name a few items. Hidden Valley wants to, quote, ranchify your home with more items to be released soon. Okay, I need to know if you guys would buy these things.
I would. Heck
yes.
Yeah, I would.
Oh yeah. Shower curtain for my apartment. Definitely pre-ordering that right now.
A ranch cow sounds nice.
That's so funny. Do you guys?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I do like those designs a lot.
It is very creative. I have to give it to them. But are you guys like loyal to like Hidden Valley Ranch? Like, will you not have any other ranch, or do you branch
I
out?
love Hidden Valley Ranch.
I'm a ranch lover. Ranch lover. I'll eat any type of ranch.
Don't discriminate against ranch.
Never.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the odd one out. I don't like ranch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
goodness.
That's okay.
But more importantly, I am so excited for that Super Mario
Yes,
Bros. movie.
I'm so excited. Dude, I love Mario, then the franchise, and this movie is, sparking my interest in the. I haven't played it in a while. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm usually a Luigi kind of player, but I'll have to watch the movie. Hopefully he's in it too.
Sounds like a good movie.
Well, I'm super excited for it.
And that is all the time that we have for you today.
Thank you for joining us.
For updates on these stories and more, please visit our website, KentWire.com.
And our social media on all platforms at Kent Wired. I'm Blake Goloja.
I'm Odin Amador-Gorby.
I'm Sydney Brown.
And I'm Anthony Furiga. Have a great and safe night, Orange County.